Hi friends, and Happy New Year! Welcome back to another video. Today we are planning for the month of January. I hope you all had a lovely new year. I hope that 2021 is going to be a much better year for us. Fingers crossed. I am continuing my monthly and dailies in my bullet journal in the same insert where I was doing my December dailies, just because I didn't want to waste the rest of the insert. So I'm just doing a little separation spread, I guess, to separate 2020 from 2021. I made this little sticker for my Patreon goodie bags, and it says delete 2020, yes, or yes please. And then I made another sticker that I doodled with fountain pen ink. That's a little jar of stars, so I thought that would be a cute kind of separation. And now I am setting up my monthly spread. I am continuing to do a list view for my monthly spread. I kind of considered using a calendar spread for 2021, but I decided to go with what I was familiar and comfortable with. So I'm just stamping out the month and writing out my list for, the days. And this setup is pretty similar to my past setups. I am doing just my list view and a goals / tasks for the month on the opposite page. I'm just doing something a little different this time with decorating. I had some ink left over from painting my little doodled starry jar from the spread before, so I decided to use it to paint this this thing in the middle of the page. It's meant to look like if someone had spilled the jar on the previous page, and all of the stars are streaming out. I don't know if that fully succeeded, but I think overall it turned out alright. I was very unsure about what I was doing because I don't usually paint in my Traveler's notebook. The paper is not made for painting. I mean, it doesn't bleed or anything, which I was actually pretty surprised by, but it doesn't handle, it's not watercolor paper is what I'm trying to say. So I was kind of unsure about what I was doing. I don't know if I'm gonna paint any more in the future because I don't really like how the paper crinkles up. So I don't know, we'll see. And now I am decorating a little bit with some of my stamp stickers that I made for my January Patreon goodie bag. I will be decorating these couple of spreads with stickers from my Patreon goodie bags. So if you want these stickers, they will be available this month on my Patreon. So yeah, the link will be in the description as always. Now I am stamping out my goals and to-dos that I always do. I'm using a different stamp set this year. I am using these wooden block stamps that I got off of Etsy instead of my clear stamps, because my clear stamps, they worked really well for a while, but they are not as sticky anymore. So they don't stick to the acrylic blocks as well, and they kind of fall all over the place. And it's very annoying. So I've switched to these wooden block stamps, and I really love how they look. Yeah. And now I'm just filling it out. Adding some more stickers, adding a couple of washi tapes here and there. I'm trying to use washi tapes more often in my planner because I have a tendency to buy and hoard washi tapes and not use them, so now I am trying to actually use my washi tapes. Now I'm coloring in that ink spill thing that I was doing because I decided I didn't like how patchy it looked, yeah, I'm still not sure about whether or not I like how that turned out, but whatever. And I am continuing my tradition of writing myself a little note in the white space of my monthly setup. So I'm really just writing about how 2021 might be a different and better year, and telling myself to be kind to myself, and just, things like that. Oh, and then I decided that the browns were too brown, so I kept adding to this. I painted little clouds and little stars with some extra white ink. You can also use a white gel pen if you have one, but I just use white ink because that's what I'm used to at this point. But yeah, I really like the texture of the ink scribbles, so I think that was still overall a pretty good idea. Alright, now I am doing 2 spreads for my mood and sleep tracker, and also my habit tracker. This is new for 2021. I did not do this in 2020, but I really love graphs. So I decided to start tracking my sleep and tracking my mood. I'll show you, I hope I fill it out, and if I do, I will show it to you for my next month's plan with me, so you can see what it looks like all filled out. But basically, I have the top bar is like supposed to be the hours, and also a rating from 1 to 10. So I will mark out the hours that I'm sleeping, and also the amount of hours, and also I will rate my mood, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is just for me to keep track of if I'm sleeping enough, if I'm sleeping regular hours, and how my mood is, how my mood correlates to my sleep. I know that it is correlated because I know I'm a lot grumpier when I don't sleep enough. And I'm also setting up a monthly habit tracker. Usually I do a habit tracker in my weeklies, but I've decided in January to try doing a habit tracker for my month. And this is just like a don't break the chain format, which the chain will be broken because some of these habits I don't do every day. Hopefully it will be filled out with little stars and it will look good. So yeah. And lastly, I am just doing a very quick weekly setup. I filmed this quite a bit earlier than January, so I have no plans yet for January other than like my Patreon things and my YouTube videos that I need to plan out. So this is pretty much an empty spread. I just thought I would show you how I set up my weeklies, which is I do a week overview on the left page, and then on the right page I will have all of my dailies, and I'll probably split the left page in half so that I can have like a weekly task list. So yeah, here is the final flip through of the January monthly setup. Pretty quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this maybe was helpful, or I don't know, gave you some ideas for what to do with your monthly setup. I love you all very much. Happy New Year. I will have links and petitions and places to donate down below as always, and thank you so much for being part of my cozy little space on the internet. Bye friends.